This is Passengers United.
The next stop is High Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
So this is it, the new R211T going under the river going into Brooklyn. This is it. Feel like I'm back in Europe again.
This is High Street. This is a Houston Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is J Street Metro Station.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I wonder if they ran out of stickers.
Transfers available to the F and R train. This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform. This is a Euclid Avenue bound C local train. The next stop is Point Hamilton Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Shepherd Avenue. This is a Manhattan-bound C local train. The next stop is Gangway Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
So far, I like the train. It's very smooth. It came in. Unfortunately, we have a guy sleeping in the other car.
Yeah, he's been on this car for a while.
Right, and this is the problem. And so, give it 1 or 2 weeks. There'll be bugs crawling on this train. There'll be urine all over the seats. So that's New York City Transit for you. But so far, I'm impressed with it. Jack, did you want to do a tour, or you want to wait till we get to 168?
What do you want to do? I mean,
We could just go
we've been on
between the
this.
cars. So, I mean, I like the cameras. So why don't we talk about that? So, we fought to get the cameras installed by the MT. I'm very proud that this train has cameras. So they have 2 cameras over there. They have 2 cameras over there. So thanks to our leadership at Passengers United, we were able to get the Governor Kathy Hochul and the administration to put
This is
cameras, which is
77.
very important. So I think this train is good for rush hours. I don't see this train running overnight, but I think rush hours when it's very crowded, this train could run. I actually see this train running on the E line. They should put this on the E, because I think it would help with the overcrowding at Lexington, 53rd over there. But I like the way
This
it
is
comes into the
168th
stations.
Street bound
Very
C
smooth,
local
very
train.
quiet.
The next stop is
And
81st Street.
I like the
Museum of
lights.
Natural
The only
History.
thing I don't like about this train is the
Stand
blue
clear of
colored
the closing
seats.
doors,
They
please.
should have made the train with yellow seats, because when it's filthy and dirty in the winter, you can't really see what's on the seats. So I have an issue with that. The floor is nice. I like the floor. It's slip resistant. So I like that. And the windows are nice. And they got digital advertising, which is what I like. So far I'm impressed with the train. Unfortunately, guys, we were not invited to the inaugural run. Normally I get the emails from the MTA, but for some reason we didn't get the email this morning. So I'm not surprised. And I suspect this is because we don't support congestion pricing, that the MTA is taking this out on us. But it
Also,
is what
keep
it
in
is,
mind, they
guys.
had a press conference at the 207 Street Yard.
Right.
And that's where Jano Lieber was, that's where Rich Davey was, and that's where the governor was. Then the governor rode the train to 168th Street
Right.
and then got off
This is
before
81st Street.
it was
Museum of
open to the
Natural
public.
But how is
History.
it that other people
Transfer
knew
to
about the
the
train?
N79
Because
select
they
bus
would have
service.
had to be, they would have had to have like an hour advance notice for them to have been there. So again, it is what it is by the MTA.
But also, we didn't see any other advocates at the press conference either.
No, there were other people
There
there. I
were?
saw them. I saw Lisa there.
This is
I'm
and-
talking about the other
168th
people.
Yeah, they were there. They were there. And some of them knew, but it's okay, guys.
86th Street.
It's all right because we were able to catch up with the
Stand clear
train.
of the closing doors, please.
But the issues that I have with this train, one concern I have is if somebody defecates in one car, the smell could come to this car. So that's an issue that's going to have to be resolved. And also, sometimes you have individuals roaming between the cars, like gangs of people. What my concern is now is if you have an EDP on the train, a lunatic running up and down, they'll be able to go through the cars because there's no longer doors. So I have a concern about that. So these trains are in Toronto already. And many years ago, I believe in the 1920s, the Transit Museum had a car that was actually an open gangway car. It was very,
This
but
is
it was very
86th
narrow.
Street.
It's actually
Transfer to the
the Transit
N86
Museum.
select bus
So,
service.
And also keep in mind that open gangway cars are very common pretty much everywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
So we've been seeing them for decades now, all over Europe, all over Asia, Australia, pretty much everywhere else. So this is a kind of a first for the U.S.
We're gonna see how this train ride is, and we're gonna walk between the cars a little later. But I do have some concerns because this train goes to 125th Street, and between 125th Street, guys, and 168 is where all the problems are. And I hate to say that, but there's been a lot of problems with people using needles up there, and so I have some concerns. Because if the needles start going inside these, in these open gangway cars, you know, towards the side, that's going to be an issue. So, I mean, it's a start. They're trying to do something new. So let's see what happens. And according to what my colleague Jack said earlier this afternoon, one of the car doors was disabled.
Not on this train.
Oh, was it
A
on
different
this
train.
Oh, it was a different train.
It was an R211A. It was on the A line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll test this train out. We'll see how it works. I think what's good about this train is, let's say if there's a 25-minute gap in service, then this train would be able to hold the crowds. But I suspect that the MTA might be trying to cut service on the C line, and that's why they're running these trains, so they can squeeze more people in here. So
I was also told that, and this is just what they said.
Right.
They said they don't have the funding to do a fleet switch and put 10-car trains on the C line.
Yeah. I don't really like these.
But that's what they said. And I'm having trouble seeing why they can't just do a fleet swap. They did that with Jamaica, and apparently the G borrows from Jamaica. They could probably switch it to Coney Island and put the 179s over there, so they can run 8-car trains on the G.
Right. Now, I like this digital advertising up there. I like that. I like this. Also, what I like up there is the way that it tells you which door you have to exit through, which is nice.
That's long overdue
Yeah.
for New York.
New York, yeah.
Virtually every other city has announcements about what side the train's going to be boarding on, what side the doors are opening on. And you see that virtually everywhere else. So it's something that's long overdue for New York, and I hope that they can kind of adapt this technology and apply it toward the other new technology trains as well.
And this train came pretty fast because did you go express at any point?
I did not.
Oh, this train didn't go express.
Well, keep in mind, given what we've been hearing already, they're not going to allow passengers on for gaps that are longer than 4 minutes because of the fears of what would happen if the train stalls.
So you want to start doing the walk now?
Yeah.
It's getting empty. Let's do that. Let's walk through the train. Just close my bag.
Also, keep in mind that for the time being, they're not doing an express service with this train.
Oh, they're not? Okay.
Remember? They had a whole thing about it.
Yeah, see, I don't like these seats already. Look at how dirty. You can't tell if it's filthy. If somebody's been sleeping, you can't tell that. So I think the MTA should have painted these cars yellow. So, why don't we start the video now? So
I'm rolling.
Okay, I'll walk in. You want me to walk in front or? Okay. Hey guys.
Huge advantage.
This is Cathedral Pathway 100.
I'm Passengers United on YouTube.
Passengers United.
Oh, so people can actually stand between the cars now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, it's safe? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People
But I wouldn't recommend it because what if the train goes into emergency brakes?
if it's the well, you can hold on to the
Yeah.
rail.
The advantage is like
This is
this is salted plastic, but this rush hour. If this,
He's explaining.
if this is during rush hour, you could really hold on to it because if this thing goes quick or
Right.
do like a sharp turn, this could really like put a little. You could actually like hold on in case this thing literally goes into a sharp corner.
Oh, I
City
see.
Hall
I see.
or like
Watch out, somebody's
anywhere
behind
somewhere
you.
like where there's a short turn, like there are any like old tunnels, this could really provide help for like a lot of people, especially who have like a disability. Just they can only hold on. So props to them for putting this.
Let me get
on.
an angle of me holding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see how it's shaking?
Well, that's just normal. I mean,
Nah, I don't
it
like
is. It is pretty sturdy though.
It is,
It's
yeah.
sturdy for what it is.
It is. Get a far out angle. Try to move the
Yeah, that's the only downside. If this thing's shaking too much, then now there's a problem.
Oh, that's why they didn't want it to be express. Because you see how I'm. That's why. Now I know why.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? Oh, now I get it.
This thing is expressed,
Yeah.
and during rush hour, now that will be a huge problem.
So now I get it why they can't run it express. Because you see how at slow speeds it's shaking? Imagine if the train's going really fast and the thing is shaking.
Well, it was going pretty fast through the tunnel, so I'm not seeing.
Yeah.
I think there's another argument for why they're
And
doing
also,
that.
you see
This
this?
is 100.
What's gonna happen is all the EDPs and the homeless are gonna start urinating over there.
Yeah,
This will
that
become the
could be
new push spot.
that could be a spot to like catch some of the
Right.
dirty stuff.
Stand clear
And
of the
then
dirty
also
stuff.
needles, they'll be throwing needles between the defecating.
Yeah,
all
and
that
this could also get weaker over time. Unlike
Yeah.
with the sturdy plastic, which is they're trying to
You wanna
like
get an angle?
they're
Yeah,
trying
I see
to
that.
make that as the first 5 cars more of like a walkway, and like you can't really hold on, but it's good enough that like anyone can pass through. But this one try to utilize both, but I guess like when you put both, you can't really like put anything like really rigid, so you don't really have a choice anyways.
Right.
It also might be different because also, I mean, there's another type of gangway on the other set.
Yeah, the white
But
plastic
it's,
ones.
yeah, but it's also a lot more narrow, and I think that
It's a long
restricts accessibility.
Yeah, so
Oh,
honestly,
Jack, you wanna get this? How much for this one?
mostly that could be it.
So they have that there.
This is
They have that there.
135th Street. Transfer is available to the A, B, and D train.
I like the fact
Transfer is
that
available
this-
to the M6 bus route service.
And also look at the other
LaGuardia
side.
Airport. This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
I think they're gonna
Is that
update.
this position?
What? Yeah, that's the conductor.
Oh wow, let's walk up that way.
Yeah, this thing. But you can only go through this like if you're wheelchair bound. Then this is like the only good way. But otherwise, that one is only good for like passengers unless if they decide to.
Oh, channel
widen it.
41's there.
Oh wow.
Let's give them an entry.
So we want to get out?
This is a 168th Street bound C
Oh, here we go.
local train. The next stop is 135th Street.
So on to.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Hey, what's up? How's it going? Good, good. We just rolled. It's my first time riding the street. Yeah.
Hey guys,
Oh, okay.
I just have a quick question. Which design did they choose to go with?
In terms of what?
Like the soft shell or like the?
They went for both on this train.
No, well, for their actual R211Ts, which design are they going to go with?
That I'm not sure yet. I don't know if they announced it.
I think they should go with this design.
It's also wider here, more accessible to go through.
Yeah. I think the hard shell is just there's not enough room.
There's definitely not enough room. And if you look at like European counterparts,
Yeah.
I think if they went for something that resembles that, this is probably closer. But then they have a hard shell over there too, but it's at the very least wider.
Yeah. This is my first time riding this thing. I gotta say, this is pretty amazing. You know what this thing kind of reminds me of? Have you ever rode the Brazil Metro?
I've not. I've taken the one in Rome,
This is
Milan,
135th
Paris?
Street.
Amsterdam. I have taken.
Oh, Jack.
Paris Metro is cool, right?
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
The funny thing about the Paris Metro is that the trains are very, very small. You can get crowded pretty easily. But it's actually, I think it's pretty cool because it's like a little world that goes to the entire system. You
The
know?
old way was we used to wait till the train stopped, and then we used to go run in the other car. Now you can go through the cars, but I have some reservations and some concerns. And the concerns are, so I was just standing there, even with the train going in a slow speed, you see it starts to shake. And I felt that, so I feel like I agree with the MT that when this train runs on the express tracks, it's not feasible. only because of the shaking, you know. And if you're an older person, an elderly person, I think that could be a tripping hazard for an elderly person.
And what about the safety measure with the cameras?
Yeah, so the cameras, I love the cameras. I think that's a first step with safety, and it's going to help the NYPD, you know, get suspects, get images of them, and I think it's going to stop the crime, at least on this day.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
This is 50th Street.
So 50th Street, guys, was my school station. I went to Park West High School on the west side.
Front of the platform.
There we go, 50th Street. And here comes the crowd. Everyone's coming on. Wow. Good old 50th Street, guys. Get the video.
This is a Brooklyn-bound C local train. The next stop is 42nd Street, 140 up.
Alright, guys. So, I'm sorry, we're just doing a video. So you see how we're going through the East River Tunnel now? And you see how the train is shaking? We're going to see how it goes, guys. This will be the true test. So far, everything is okay. Now it's shaking. I feel it. I noticed the train is going a little slow. Have you noticed that, Jack?
I did, but I think it's picking up speed.
So far it's okay. I don't feel it like, you know. So maybe it's at turns, maybe when the train turns. Maybe that's what it is.
I think it's also the stretch of track and how well they've maintained the tracks.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Like here, they just redid it a few years ago.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, but this train is going slower than the R179 or the R46.
Either that or you don't notice it.
This is High Street.
Okay, we're at High Street now. Let's see how the braking is. So I think it's when the train is braking that you kind of feel it like you've got to hold on really tight to this thing.
Less with many trains.
This is a Euclid Avenue bound.
And that's not the worst I've seen.
The next stop is J Street Metro Tech.
It works. So at least you can stand here.
Stand clear of the closing
Well, that
doors,
works.
please.
And I like the way this is waterproof, guys, so no water can come in you when it's raining.
It's just a given for anything.
No, it is waterproof.
It should be waterproof.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
snap. Yeah, it is. It's rubber things.
That's good. Yeah.
You want to the floor?
Thanks for watching. To stay up to date with Passengers United, please subscribe and follow us on social media. Learn more about us at passengersunited.org.